Happy New Year! This is the YouTube Pretty Tarot channel, and this is the 2018 reading for Pisces. Keep in mind that this can apply to Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, Pisces Moon. And in my readings, if your Venus and your Mars has Pisces and is like double in there, like you know, like the way I have Virgo, Venus, and Mars or something, then it possibly could apply to you as well. However, make sure you check out the readings for the other placements in your chart as those readings are released. Right now, this is the month of January, so I'm releasing all of these now as I'm doing them. And so be on the lookout for your reading. If you are in the month of February and beyond, then all these readings are already done. And like I said, check your other signs to get the entire piece of the puzzle, because our energy it goes beyond just our sun sign. Also, keep in mind that I pray for the messages to come through for those who truly need to receive the messages. And keep in mind that there's so many Pisces out there that the readings may or may not resonate with you. And if they do, they may not resonate 100%, or they may be dead on for you. But keep in mind, we all have unique energy in our birth and natal charts. And if you get a personal reading, then you can get a reading that is done specifically for your energy only, and it may vary and be slightly different from the general reading done for the general entire sign of Pisces. If you're not sure what's in your birth or natal chart and other placements of your chart, go to cafeastrology.com, or you can Google up other sites that offer free birth and natal charts. Just make sure you know what your birthday is, of course, and what time you were born, so that you can get your rising sign and to go along with the other placements that are in your chart, and see what's in your houses, okay? Because it helps you get a larger scope of the bigger picture of what our energy encompasses and how it affects us as people, as a person, and the readings that you can resonate with. Okay, so I'm going to go over the past year in 2017, the 2018 focus, obstacles and challenges for 2018, the outlook for 2018 in regards to like how you'll handle it and how it'll look, those kind of things. I'm also going to cover your jobs, career, your finances, love life, your health, and your advice. I have the cards already laid out here. It's just easier that way because I have a lot of cards, okay? Saving time. Anyway, so, and allow time for these readings to resonate. This is January. I'd be surprised if anybody could say, oh, they already resonates. Allow time for it to resonate. Also, if you see something or hear something you don't like, keep in mind that you have free will. We all have free will. We can choose to either perceive the information that we see as something that could be a warning, that could help us either try to prevent something from happening that we don't want to happen, because we do have some sort of control over what goes on in our lives. But then some things are destiny, and some things we cannot change. So if there's something you cannot change, keep in mind that we have free will to change how we perceive a situation. So if we see something we don't like, we have to take it as a learning lesson and try to see it as, well, something we could be optimistic about, something we can learn from, because we have challenges in life and we are here to grow spiritually and not just be here in this physical world just carrying on about our busy lives or whatever. We're here to learn and to spiritually grow, and it helps us in growth of all other areas of our life, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and just in all areas of our life, okay? So keep that in mind as well. Okay, so Pisces, in 2017, the past year, you guys have probably been suffering through some things. Some of you guys probably have been hard on yourself as well. Some of you could have been feeling like maybe you weren't getting where it is you wanted to get in life, and you felt like maybe you were falling behind in the race. But it's a race that you guys kind of set for yourselves, or maybe you felt like you just didn't weren't getting where you felt you should be compared to maybe where society says you should be. But it's different how it's going to resonate for each one of you. But you guys could have been, like I said, something was causing you guys to suffer. Something was causing you guys to not be too happy or too thrilled in your lives or whatever in 2017, in this past year or whatever. And it could have been, you know, relating to the fact that you guys needed to come into your own and empower yourselves and be true to yourselves and sit on your throne and mature and be true to who you are and to your, beliefs and values. It also possibly could have been another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, could have been influencing your situation. Or someone who might be intuitive or psychic or in touch with their feelings and emotions. They could be someone who, they could be sensitive, caring, kind, and nurturing to others, but they also could be insecure, and you may have to walk on eggshells or walk on glass or try to be careful and not hurt their feelings or whatever. They also could be a drama king, drama queen. They may even like to drink. They may like to be around water and beaches, This is so that's someone also who could have been causing you suffering or influencing your life and your situation over in this past year, if it's not you needing to come into your own and mature and be true to yourself and who you are. But it looks like you guys, you could have also been going through a lot of hassle, stress, worries, anxiety, struggling with depression. You could have been having some regrets. You could have been all in your head and having a lot of worry. Some of you guys could have just felt like whatever you were carrying with you was a burden. And this is Rapunzel here, in which she had this beautiful long hair that was her grace, it was her beauty. However, the evil queen in the story of Rapunzel, she was jealous and she banished her and things like that to a tower to be isolated. And however, her hair was supposed to be part of what was going to rescue her, because her Prince Charming was supposed to come and rescue her, and he was supposed to call up to her, and she's supposed to drop her hair out of the window as long as it was for him to climb up and save the day. However, in this particular image, she decided this was too much of a burden, waiting for someone to rescue her, and therefore she decided to cut that hair, cut it loose, and cut this burden, because it's beautiful. It was supposed to be, supposed to help rescue her, and someone was supposed to come help rescue her. She just decided this was too much, so she cut the burden. She cut the burden free. So you guys also possibly could have cut some burdens free from you as well. It could have been this particular person, if it's another person, or it just could have been maybe you released yourself from some burdens that were causing you suffering due to your own unrealistic expectations and ideal fantasies or ideals that really weren't necessarily realistic. It's different with each one of you how it's going to resonate. And I apologize, my throat is dry. I've been doing a lot of talking, doing these readings. But going into 2018, your focus here for in this year, you guys got a lot of decisions to make, and you could very well in this year be pulled in more than one direction, in trying to make these decisions. And you're going to need to use your intuition and your higher self to kind of guide you into which direction to go, because you definitely have some decisions to make. And it could possibly be regarding a fire sign, a Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone who can, be charming, confident, warm, passionate, sociable. They may like to travel. They may be open to exploring a lot. They may be very chatty. They're also someone who could be fiery, temperamental, conceited, arrogant, bossy. They also could be a leader or be dominant. So it's someone who has this energy, or it's in a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, someone with fire in their chart, or someone who maybe they have fire in other placements of their chart. This also could be you guys taking on the energy like a fire sign, or the characteristics that were mentioned here, that could help you make these decisions, you know, because like I said, this is someone who also has energy like a leader or a boss or whatever, you know, and they're willing to explore, and they're very, you know, charismatic and charming and confident and things like that, you know. Like I said, so it's either that you're taking on that energy and those characteristics, or you're needing to make a decision about this particular person that has that characteristic or the energy or fire in their chart. But it's something that you are in the dark about, possibly in this year. You may need to definitely use your intuition to get clear about things, because there's something you're not clear about. There's something still hidden under the surface. Hopefully it's not lies, deceit, and deception, because sometimes the moon card can represent lies, deceit, and deception. Other times it just, you know, it indicates that there's something still hidden under the surface, something you're not clear about. Maybe there's some delusionment or disillusions. Maybe it's just you not wanting to see things for the way they are, whether it's with a person or some decisions you need to make, or maybe you just aren't able yet, or you're not able to truly see what you need to see. Okay, some things may also become illuminated, and you may become aware of some things psychically or intuitively or whatever. Okay, so these are focuses for you in 2018, is becoming aware of things that you aren't aware of, and uncovering some truths, using your intuition to do so, and maybe even investigating, I want to say, because you have decisions to make, and there's some things you're unclear about. You're going to need to get clear on it, and it could be with this person, or the energy you need to take on, or just whatever decisions you need to make. Okay, now your challenges and your obstacles. It's going to be that you need to make sure you get enough rest. You need to make sure you maintain your peace of mind. You need to also take some time to get in tune with yourself, get in tune with your nature, maybe enjoy nature, maybe relax, maybe take a vacation, maybe take a trip, maybe allow yourself to just be free and not feel like you always have to be on the go and busy, busy, busy. It could be that maybe you need to meditate and things like that. Maybe you need to get prayerful. Maybe you need to get your inner peace together. You know, but you may find that it is difficult or challenging to do these things, you know. You need to take care of yourself. Like I said, make sure that you get the rest you need, even if you feel like it's difficult. Get in tune with nature. Get in tune with yourself. Take the time you need to take for yourself. Relax. Have that downtime. I don't care how hard it is. You guys are going to need to do that. And like I said, you may find it to be a challenge or difficult to do, but try to see if you can do it, because that's going to be crucial, important. Other challenges in 2018, you know, offering something that is emotional, or, you know, offering something that could affect the way you feel, or receiving something that is emotional, or receiving something that could affect the way you feel. So you may find it difficult to open up, or that may find it difficult for someone else to open up. You may find it difficult to accept some sort of offer that affects the way you feel, or maybe an emotional offer, or you may find it difficult to give an emotional offer, or give something that will affect the way someone else feels. But whatever this is, it's an obstacle or challenge here in 2018. And you may also, like I said, be unclear and unsure of where to go next, what's coming ahead. And you may be struggling or unsure of how to get out of a situation that is potentially dangerous, or a bad situation, because you see all that smoke in the background, and you may be unsure of, you know, who or how, you know, who can help you out of the situation, or help guide you out of it, or if there's anyone who can guide you through it or out of the bad situation. You may also be unclear about if you can trust or if you can, let your guard down. You know, you may have your guard up. You may come to a standstill. You may come to a stalemate. You may come to a halt. And that could be an obstacle or challenge, because it's all about maybe not being clear about where to go next, how to move forward, or how to come out of a troubling situation, and who can help guide you through it, or if you need help guidance through it. You know, so be aware of that in 2018 as a challenge or an obstacle. Now, your outlook for 2018 in terms of how you'll handle things, or how things will kind of unfold in a sense. Be careful that you are not harsh on yourself, or that you're not harsh on others, or that or that others are not harsh on you. Do not let anybody try to put a damper or place their negativity or shame you, or get at you in a negative way over what you have your heart set out on. You may have your heart set out on something, and someone may try to be negative, whether that's your own shadow side, or your own subconscious in a negative way, or your own demons, or someone else who is behaving in a negative manner towards you, or being pessimistic, or a pain in a watch out for that, because this is something that you're going to be experiencing in 2018, and maybe you might, like I said, become hard on yourself for the things you have your heart set out on, or that you're trying to do. Don't do that, and don't allow anybody else to do this to you either through 2018. However you handle things, or however you got your visions or your heart set on, continue to push through it. If it's you giving yourself a guilt trip, or someone else giving you a guilt trip, allow yourself to heal through that. You're going to need to heal through that. And it may be something you may work on in 2018, other than just experiencing. I feel like this is something you're going to work on, is not allowing others to cast their doubts and their negativity on you, and whatever you have your heart set on, and vice versa, you not doing it to yourself or anyone else. You guys are going to need to, you guys may, struggle, like I said, with this. I feel like it's internal conflict to some extent, or fighting with something that just isn't real, and getting stuck on fighting something that isn't real. And it could have a lot to do with, like I said, whatever you have your heart set on, feeling somehow guilty or bad about this for whatever reason, or being hard on yourself about it. Don't do that. Don't allow anyone else to do that to you as well. Because this is all about conflicts and hassles. But for some reason, I feel like this is about internal conflict and hassles you guys may experience through 2018, and how you may handle things that you're setting out to do. But at the same time, you may even be combative, or someone may be combative with you, simply because you feel like you don't want anybody giving you hassles over what you have your heart set on, or what it is you feel you want to do, and what it is you're feeling internally, as a result of something you want to do, but maybe it might look different. You may have some arguments or some disagreements about something. Maybe you see something in a total different way, or maybe you have a different vision for something than someone else does. Or maybe you, like I said, are conflicted about what your vision is, or what it is you're trying to do, or have your heart set on. And that could cause conflicts, arguments, disagreements, whether with others or within yourself, But this is something you're going to experience through 2018. And you may handle it in the sense of, you're going to try to fight that, and you're not going to want anybody trying to place their negativity and their negative energy over the things you have your heart set out on in your vision, and you don't even want to do this to yourself, or allow anyone to do this to you. And you're going to try to remain optimistic and hopeful and wishful, and being, looking on the bright side, and being positive, and wanting to nurture your visions, and you know, and wanting others to see the same as you, you know. You're going to try to not only, you know, focus on others pouring into your pot and in your well in a positive way, but wanting to do the same for them as well, you know, as well, I feel like. So that's how you're going to kind of handle things in 2018, or how you're going to, how things may play out, or how things may appear or something. It's, you know, now in your jobs, career, money, finances, you guys have some family influence there. You also have this olive branch here as an extension. Maybe you need to make peace with something in your jobs, career, money, and financial sectors of your life. You may need to, family may, like I said, hold some influence here. Maybe you may be considering a family business. Maybe you could be going over things with your family in regards to, you know, your finances, jobs, money. Family somehow is involved in your jobs, career, and your finances and money in 2018, whether they're influencing it, or they're involved with it, or helping you with it, or helping you financially, or you are working with family or something, you know. And you have a change. And also, like I said, keep in mind making peace and extending an olive branch in some form in regards to your jobs, career, money, and finances there. And like a sector of home could be influencing, home in some form could be influencing, whether it's in your house, you know, in your chart, your astrological chart or something. That could be influenced there, definitely, in your jobs, money, and your career. But there's home and family influence there. And there may be, like I said, a need to make peace with that in how it's influencing it, or, you know, something, or all the other things that I mentioned. But you have a change of luck, you guys, in your jobs, career, money, your finances in the year of 2018. Now, you also have some endings as well in regards to your jobs, career, and your money in 2018. So maybe there's one stream of income you have that may be ending. And, you know, it may be ending so that you can start a new stream of income. It could just be one. If any of you have multiple sources, I feel like one of them might come to an end, but it needed to, so that you can balance out and have a change of better luck, because it's possible that one of these streams of income could have been draining you in some form, or causing you hassles or conflicts or whatever. But there's also changes abound in your jobs, career, and your finances. Maybe a job or career is coming to an end for you, and you are moving on to seek another one, and you have a change of luck, you know, in regards to that. Maybe you could be ending a job to focus more on family, some of you, or to focus more on things at home. And that could be the change of luck there, because maybe some of you could have been suffering or experiencing issues or loss with things going on within your family or home because of your jobs, career, your work, or your finances. Some of you, they're just, like I said, it won't just be an ending, but there may be transformation or a transitional period you may go through in regards to your jobs, career, your money, and your finances. But like I said, you still have this change of luck here. So I feel like that's a positive thing for you guys, but it depends on what things have been looking like for you prior to this year or prior to now. But I feel like it's a positive outlook for you guys, okay? Now, one thing to keep in mind also, possibly for some of you, something could have been feeling like it was ending, but it needs to be revived. But you may discover that it's going to take a miracle, or it's going to take you working some real magic spells or something, because in this particular tarot card, as the Whimsical Tarot, this is Sleeping Beauty, in which she has been put to rest, and she appears to be not alive or dead or put to rest. However, she is able to be revived regardless of the curse that this evil witch put over on her that was jealous of her. But it's going to take what will appear to be a miracle or magic from a spell, you know, where Prince Charming is going to have to find her, discover her, and kiss her, and this magical kiss is going to wake her back up from what seemed like an eternal rest that she would have never revived from otherwise. So there may be something going on in your jobs, money, career, and financial sector, Pisces, in 2018 that you may have thought was, it has come to what seemed like a never-ending rest, that, or something that come to an end that you thought maybe couldn't have been revived unless a miracle comes about, or a blessing, or some kind of magic worked, or whatever. And it's possible that you guys saw some, you know, will see something be revived in your jobs, career, your money sector in 2018, or like I said, a transition or something ends so that something new and better happens for you guys because of the change of luck. And like I said, it's possible for some of you it's relating to family or this need to make peace, home, whatever it could be. Okay, some of you, maybe not all of you, but you guys will know how this resonates with you as you go through the year. Allow time though, because this is January. This is for the whole entire year. Okay. Now in your love life, you guys, this is interesting. You got the community card. Okay, so you guys may need to get more involved out there in order to see your love lives flourish, or in order to give yourself better opportunities in your love life. Some of you may need to just work on being more harmonious with others, or being more able to be involved with others in a community type mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, community is looking out for one another. Community is being there for one another. Community, like I said, is trying to be in harmony and get along. You know, because you realize you're all neighbors, you're all in the same area, you're all, you know, are going to have to take pride in this or whatever, however this may relate to you guys. But now, what's interesting is there is some form of deception going on in your love life, Pisces. And I know you guys are not going to want to hear this, but like I was saying before in the beginning of the reading, if you see something you don't like, see it as an opportunity to be warned. See it as a potential learning lesson. See it as something that is being illuminated to you, so that maybe you either try to change whatever's going on to give yourself an opportunity to see a different outcome, or you may need to change your outlook or your perspective, you know. But keep in mind, like I said, we're here to learn and we're here to grow. And if you're sitting around whining and say, oh no, not bad news, then you're not growing and you're not helping yourselves, you know, because everything is not always, as you guys know, going to be perfect. And trust me, you guys are not the only one who have had a past year to be trying, you know, or to be difficult or less than ideal. Pretty much everybody in 2017 has been through a lot, and there's a lot of signs that well beyond 2017 and prior years have gone through a whole lot and are probably tired of seeing anything that looks negative. So don't be discouraged. We are supposed to learn from all of our experiences so that we are growing spiritually, emotionally, mentally, psychologically. We are not just here to experience life physically. We're here to learn and grow. And if you're not doing that, then you're going to get repetitive cycles of things that you do not want to see. Someone complained in the January Pisces reading. I'm not going to say their name. They know who they are. They said, oh, the reading was negative and bland and something else. And I'm not offended, but I feel bad for that person because they're not taking the opportunity to realize that if they see something they don't like, don't kill the messenger. Don't get mad at me because I don't pick out these cards. I pray before I do the readings, and I ask for the divine, in my case I call it God, to guide these readings with angels and positive spirit guides to guide the messages for my viewers that are watching these videos. So whatever comes forth, it is what it is. And like I said, you know, if you want a reading that's going to tell you everything is going to be peachy, everything is going to be perfect, and oh, you have all this luck, even if that's not what is presented in the cards, then you're not interested in growth. You're not interested in truly doing what we are all here to do, learning and growth. You're not even interested truly in your life getting better, because you're just sitting there and you're taking this passive approach, and you would be saying, when am I going to see something better? You're going to see something better when you make changes for the better, or when you make changes you know you need to make. And many of us, not just Pisces, many of us have things that we need to change or improve or work on so that we can get better results, you guys, in our lives, you know. So if it comes up in a reading, there's a reason why it did. See it as a warning or see it as an opportunity to learn. But also keep in mind, these are general readings. They're generalized for the entire sign that the readings are for. Individually, I guarantee you, if I were to do a reading for each and every one of you individually, you all are going to get some slightly different cards. You may get similar messages, but you're going to get some different cards that's going to be unique messages for each and every one of you. As an entire zodiac sign, you guys may experience similar situations, but they're not going to be the exact same situation. So it's important to understand, don't take these readings too much to heart, even if they seem like they're on point. I guarantee you, if I were to do a personal reading for you, you're going to see some slightly different cards. So that makes the difference in itself. So if you see something you don't like, maybe seek out a personal reading. Or like I said, if you're not interested in getting a personal reading, see what's there that you can learn and grow from, or take as a warning to try to prevent. Some things are destiny, some things we cannot prevent, some things we can, but for the things we can't, change your perspective. How can you grow from this? How can you learn from this? What is there to take from this? And if you're not willing to do that, then I feel bad for you, because you're not being proactive in your life. You're the one who's being negative. Not me, not the cards. You would be, because you're choosing to see nothing but negativity, and you're seeking nothing but only the good all the time, and that's not life, you know. I'm not here to lie to you guys and tell you, yay, tomorrow we're all going to win the lottery, and Prince Charming or if you're a guy, you know, Cinderella's going to show up at your door and everything is going to be happily ever after. If you want that kind of reading, please go to somebody else's phony channel. Mine's is not it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to do readings as honest as possible, because that's how I'm here to help you guys, okay? Enough of my carrying on. I'm just trying to help you guys understand how this works, you know, because from time to time I get comments where people are just not willing to take accountability for the things that come out in the readings or the things that are going on in their lives. And you guys got to get proactive, you know, and be patient. You know, we're here to learn. Everything is not always going to be the way we want it. Now, like I said, keeping that in mind in your love lives, you guys, besides the fact that you guys are going to have to learn to get along with others and look out for others and make sure others are looking out for you, because this is community, and get involved with others in a community like type mindset. There's some deception going on, okay? Someone is wearing a false mask, a false self mask in this relationship. So this is meaning that someone is not being true to themselves, and they're not presenting themselves to you who they truly are. Someone may not be as honest or forthcoming about their feelings, about you or a situation, or about what it is that they want. They may not be, you know, and people have to keep in mind in relationships and love life, people, when you first meet them, they're always going to present themselves as their best selves. You will not see everything up front. things always come out later. As my grandmother and my mother always used to say, and their mothers told them, if you allow 6 months when you're dating someone, the skeletons will come out of the closet. Sometime it might take a year, but 6 months at least. And that's for those of you who are single. But for those of you who've already been involved, even in relationships where you've already been involved, sometimes things can come out. Now, it's not to say that somebody's been cheating. It's possible, but it's also possible that someone has just not been forthcoming about how they feel, and they haven't been opening up, or they may not be, maybe they did something, you know, or maybe they're just not presenting themselves, or maybe you're not presenting yourself as who you are, being true to yourself, vice versa, whatever it could be. The possibilities of what that could be that is presenting deception, you guys investigate that this year in 2018 in your love's lives. But whatever the case is, you're overcoming some obstacles and challenges in order to get somewhere, okay, in regards to your love life, in regards to whatever this dishonesty or something not being presented as it really is. And like I said, the need to be in harmony with one another, the need to look out for one another, the need to expand with one another, the need to be open with one another. Here's something, you know, to pay attention to. You know, you guys have a, you know, you desire to get your wish. And some of you may very well get what it is that you wish for in your love life in 2018. Whereas others of you, you may just be desiring to get your wish. But I feel like with you guys overcoming the challenges and obstacles to get somewhere, you may very well get your wish, okay? So that is something positive to look forward to. But be aware and be warned that something is not quite what it seems, or someone is not quite what it seems, or someone's not being as honest or forthcoming as they should be, whether it's about their feelings, or whether, and that could be, you know, something where maybe somebody has feelings for you and they're just too afraid to tell you, so they hide it, you know. So it's not always deception on the worst level, the worst possible level you could think of. You know, some of you may be thinking, oh God, somebody's cheating. No, it may not necessarily be anything like that. Or some of you may be thinking someone is just being a straight up liar. No, it may not be that. Some people, the deception is them hiding themselves and their flaws because they're afraid you won't accept them. Some of it is just them hiding their feelings because they're afraid of rejection by you, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a challenge that, it's an obstacle or a challenge that is overcome. So you get somewhere, and like I said, you may very well get your wish, or whatever this is you're desiring, you know. That's possible. Now, in your regards to your health, and like I said, some of you guys could just be having desires, but I feel like somebody's going to get their wish in 2018. Now, in regards to your health, Pisces, you guys, you're going to be needing to use your intuition. You're going to be needing to use, you know, your inner child to kind of like allow you to become more free. So I feel like your health is affected by the fact that you guys need to open up yourselves more in a very carefree way. Allow yourself to follow your heart. Allow yourselves to trust what's in your heart and to be free and be open, because that will affect your health overall. Because we have to remember, health is not just physical health, it's also mental, emotional, psychological health as well. Now, you either have some ideas that come to you or some insights that come through to you, and it, you know, it could be an epiphany or something that comes through to you. It could also be something that catches you off guard or catches you by surprise in some form. Whatever it could be, just be careful and be aware. This is, to me, pretty neutral. It doesn't necessarily mean it's anything negative or whatever, but so because sometimes the tower can mean things falling apart, or things, you know, catching you off guard, or something suddenly comes in, strike you. But it's also about epiphanies. It's also about ideas, and sometimes about striking out with your luck, or sometimes luck striking you in a good way. and it just takes you by surprise and catches you off guard. But use your intuition, but allow yourself to be free and to kind of go with the flow, you know. Allow yourself to embrace your inner child, your inner youth, so that you can heal if you need to in regards to your mental, emotional, psychological health. But you guys, with the Four of Rods here, this is all about joy, abundance, and your happiness. For a small portion of you, this also could represent celebrations and marriages. It could be that, you know, something in regards to how to gain your joy and your abundance, your happiness, or this feeling of celebrating life, or tiny portion of you getting the marriage or something that you want. It could be it just hits you, you know, intuitively or psychically, or just this epiphany or this idea on how to go about gaining your happiness, your joy, and your abundance, which in turn affects your health, you know, because you guys in 2017 you were dealing with suffering and burdens and stress and anxieties, depressions, whatever you were going through, you know, emotional upsets and things, because of whatever you were going through in that year. But, you know, your obstacle and challenge has been, you know, you need to get some rest. You know, you need to find some peace. Hell, even here in your jobs, career, finances, you need to find some peace, you know, and you need a change of luck, and I believe you will. But, and to me, this is still signifying you need some rest, right? You need some sort of change or transition to go on. But I feel like in regards to your health, this is all affecting your health, and it's going to come to you in 2018. How to gain your joy, your abundance, and your happiness in regards to your health. You know, it's going to affect your health and things like that. And probably how to figure out how to get more rest, but still how to be productive and things like that. You guys are going to see more how this resonates with you as you go through 2018. Now, the advice for you guys here in 2018 is you may be needing to seek out some sort of generosity or kindness through others, or you may be needing to give of yourself and be kind and generous and helpful to others. So either seek out people that can be helpful, generous, and kind to you, or seek to be generous, helpful, and kind to others in this year of 2018. That's what you're being advised. Now, for those of you, because I've heard people say before, well, I don't know who I can seek help through. Very dry throat and a lot of talking during readings. There are nonprofit organizations, even if you do not have family and friends to seek help through, even if you cannot afford, you know, readings or counseling or whatever, there is always someone willing to help. Nonprofits, church, you name it. Even if you're struggling financially, there's even government assistance. And I'm not pushing that on anyone, but I'm just saying, if you are going through any financial hardship, and I'm not saying you guys are, but for anyone who is, don't be too prideful about reaching for help where it is, you know, because these things are temporary and situations are temporary. So that's just for anybody who they're just not sure where to get help, where, you know, they can get it. But here with the Knight of Pentacles here, you're also being, you know, shown that if you have something of value to offer, whatever it could be, whether it's a skill, whether it's money and finances, whether it is time, whether it is your helpfulness or your resourcefulness or your kindness, your generosity, whatever it is, be willing to offer it, be willing to give it. Also, be willing to receive any offers that could be valuable or meaningful, okay? Be willing to give it, be willing to receive it. Meaningful or valuable offers here in 2018. You have recovery. Okay, you guys have recovery. So for those of you who you have truly been worn down by stress or a lack of sleep and internal conflicts or whatever's been going on, other people, you will experience recovery in 2018, and you're being advised to do whatever you can to gain that recovery. Like I said, you guys, you need to get some rest. You need to take some downtime. You need to seek out peace. Some of you need to meditate. Some of you need to pray. Some of you need to just take a vacation or a trip or just relax or find a way to get in tune with your nature or something in your situation. You guys, psychic awareness, you're being advised, get in tune with your intuition and your psychic side, okay? You will be shown things that you need to see, okay? And that's apparent because, like I said, you got the intuition, you got the tower. To me, that's psychic awareness. That's also epiphanies and things like that related to your joy, your abundance, and your happiness. You guys also, here with the King of Fire, now this could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius here that is presented as an influence in your situation. However, this is also motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic energy. So I feel like many of you guys, you're being presented that you need to take on this King of Fire energy to become motivational. You're idealistic, ambitious, charismatic, and it says focus, 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 communicate with vision and be a leader. Take advice from someone creative, okay? So it's okay to take on that energy and make sure that you do in the year of 2018, because it will help you in whatever it is you're trying to do in 2018, okay? Especially with the decisions that you need to make. And finally, the final advice for Pisces in 2018, change the scenery. And this is great advice. If you don't like the way something look, or you don't like where you're at, change the scenery. Even if you don't like the way you feel, change the scenery. For some of you, you may actually need to relocate and move for better opportunities or for a better peace of mind, for your joy, your abundance, and happiness, whatever it is, it could be. Change the scenery. For a small, tiny portion of you, you may just need to repaint your walls, redecorate, whatever, do some feng shui, whatever. But for many of you, I feel like this means change the location in a lot of ways, by changing the scenery, because you are in control of your destiny. You are the creator of your destiny to some extent, right? So be proactive, like I was saying before. She's moving this picture out and bringing that one in, or vice versa. Change the scenery. It could bring about other opportunities, new opportunities, better opportunities. It could change the way you feel in a very positive way. But you got to be proactive. This is a card of being proactive. This person also has, paintbrush and paints, artist platelet there. And some more paint and a paintbrush and things or whatever, and canvases. So you are being told that you need to be proactive. So if you don't like the way something looks, if you don't like the way something feels, if you don't like what you're experiencing, you want changes, get proactive. Don't sit there and whine and complain. Don't sit there and say, oh, this is all negative and bland and blah, blah, blah. Get to your spiritual journey. Get to learning what you need to learn here while we're here, and embrace your journey. Learn, be proactive, do things, growth. So that's your reading, Pisces. I love you guys very much. I wish you guys the best, and may you prosper in 2018. Seek out a reading with me at prettytarot.com or email me at prettytarot@gmail.com. If you would like to get a personal annual reading for yourself, or a monthly reading, or just something for yourself, so that you can see what your specific energy as an individual compared to the general sign holds for you in 2018, or Pacific month, or just whatever is coming up for you guys, okay? Hit the like button if you like the reading, and make sure you look at your other signs, like your rising, moon, Venus, Mars, or whatever. These readings, I'm pushing them out through the month of January. After January, all of the 2018 year annual readings should be out of the way. Okay, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you check your January monthlies and your other monthlies as they are produced through this year. Peace.